Okay, so I've gotten them sealed all the way around. Nice coverage. And this is how they turned out. Like I said, I have one in each color and each word, I guess you would say. I really liked how they turned out because, like I said, usually when I have an idea and I take it from thought to actual concept, it doesn't turn out the way I want. So I was really happy with the way that this one turned out, these turned out. Now I will have these on my Etsy shop at hattiesatticonline.com if you'd like to purchase one. And I do appreciate you following along in the process. I hope to have more process videos like this year. That's one of my goals for the new year. So, but I want to try and figure out, I want to try and make some for Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is coming up faster and faster. So that's why I did this one. This is the one that was a dollar store bought. It's not the Jingle block. It's like a Jenga-ish block. It's kind of like their version. It's just a wooden block. There's nothing to it. And I did end up putting 2 coats of the burgundy on, even though I thought I'd only put 1 because it really seeped in, because there was no finish on this block. There was a slight finish on the other blocks. But I'm trying to decide if I want to put a pearly or a gold on it. And I think I'm going to go with a gold on it just to see what it does. And then I can always do others in the pearl. Probably be pretty to do a pink background with the pearl. I might attempt that. See how that does. But let's see how this looks with the gold on it, which I'm sure it will look fine. Just kind of hit and miss. No particular thought process really involved in it, other than to get some gold on it. Like that. So, oops, dropped my matte medium. Always dropping something. Every video I make, I drop something. Clean that off a little bit. And then, while we've got the gold out, I will go ahead and see about putting the circles on it. And then little tiny bits, all I need. Only doing the 1 block. Don't need much at all. Then I'm using my pencil lid off my Uniball Signo Broad white pen that I destroyed because I didn't let the paint dry long enough. So, let's see how this looks. Pretty good. Now I haven't got my word printed off yet, so I'm going to have to go ahead and do that. And I will also have to decide what color I want to splatter it in. I don't know if white would be too stark. It might be. But I'll come back when I get that stuff done. So I decided to go ahead, since I'd run off some words, I ran off 3 different words here, I decided to go ahead and make some Valentine's Day themed in the blocks, like the other ones I did, using the Dollar Tree blocks, of course. This is how the burgundy and gold one turned out. I ended up splattering it with the gold too, because I was afraid the white would be too drastic, and then I went around it with some ink in gold. So that was, again, my prototype, figuring out how I wanted to do it. Now I'm going to do 2 more in the burgundy. Then I'm going to do 3 in the pink with the pearl looking. Probably the silver, because the pearl's a little bit drastic too. See how the silver looks against it. Silver looks much better. So I have burgundy and gold, and then I'll have the pink and the silver. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and base coat them. think I'm going to like these because I can do them in a variety of different colors, and then with different words. They don't have to all have the same word for different sentiments or uplifting. I like to do some that are very uplifting, so I plan to do those as well. I don't know if I'll do those on camera as far as making them, but once I get them done, I may do a video showing them. These will all be available in my Etsy shop, and just I hope to get them all done and finished today. This sets here at least, and then upload them. I'm going to try and make it a habit to upload on Fridays each week, new items, at least on Friday, maybe before, maybe more on the weekend, I don't know. My days off are Wednesdays and Saturdays currently, but that's getting ready to change, I'm sure, because we're getting ready to hit our busy season. So, but I do want to at least do Fridays. I was kindly puttering around with the idea of doing a live stream once a week of similar to this, showing how I do stuff, just in case anyone's interested. And I'm thinking if my day off stays on Wednesday, I might do it Wednesday evenings, afternoonish, eveningish. And I may very well, you know, start it this week. I don't know. Just depends on how I feel when Wednesday rolls around. I still need to upload the rest of my Christmas cards. I found some more, and I did those the 31st of January, that video. I taped it, and I need to upload that, and I have a few other ones I need to upload, and I'm wanting to get at least 2 done a week and 1 live stream, which is, I know, is asking a lot of myself, but I'd really like to share how I do stuff in the hopes that maybe someone else can do it too. It will help someone else to, you know, who thinks, oh, well, I didn't think of that, or oh, I can't do that. You can do anything you want when you put your mind to it. And what I do is not a difficult technique. It really isn't. If it was, I couldn't do it. Believe me. I'm in no way artistic. I like to dabble with paint, and sometimes the outcome's good, sometimes not so good. So I will say that if you use these Dollar General stores where I got these wood pieces at, they do soak up the paint, so it does take 2 coats on them of color. 1 coat of black is all it took. They did pretty well with that, and probably would do better if I primed them, but I didn't want to take the time to do that since I'm going to be sealing them. So, but they come in this box here, like this, and if memory serves me, I'm thinking it was like maybe $6 for the entire box, and there are 39 pieces in it, so there's a lot to work with there. You can let your creativity run wild. And if you have a few mistakes are only just a way of restarting your idea. I mean, I paint over a lot of my stuff. People don't know it, but if I make a mistake and it's something that I don't think I can live with, which is 9 times out of 10 is the case because of my OCD, I end up painting over it. People will not know. Go back, base coat it, start over. It's not a big deal. With mixed media, you're using texture anyways, so it's not that big a deal. It really isn't. Again, that's something I used to get upset about. If I made a mistake on it, I just threw it away. I don't do that anymore. I have come to learn after, I started, opened my shop in '96. So since then I have really mellowed in some ways in my painting. In other ways, I'm still about the same. So, but it's different for everyone. It really is. And that's what makes your painting unique, is you put yourself into it. It is a piece of you. And when someone buys it, then they will have something of yours that you created for as long as they're here. And it's kind of a warm, nice feeling to know that you've created to the happiness and gift giving of others. That's one of the best rewards of it all, is the thought that someone has thought so much of your item to give it to someone else. So, kind of nice. Kind of a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling. So I've got, this is my prototype, and I've got the other two base coated. So let me put another base coat on the pink ones. And then we can move on to doing some stenciling, some texturing, and then finalizing and sealing. I probably won't seal these on camera just because it takes so long to dry, but I will try and do everything but that. That and the splattering. The only reason I don't splatter on camera is because I have a box, and the box does block the camera's view, and it's more or less to keep from making a mess on everything sitting around me. Sometimes it still makes a mess, to be quite honest, when I get wild and woolly with the splattering. But I figure while these are drying, the sealer and such, that I can work on uploading my rest of my Christmas cards and anything else I haven't had a chance to upload yet. I did not get to film the rest. I think I got up to day 17 on my December daily. I did not get to film the rest on camera because I just felt so bad where I was sick. It was everything I could do to get my Vlogmas postings done, and I still missed the 24th and 25th, which a lot didn't go on. That was Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I didn't really worry about that. So I consider that I did get my Vlogmas done because I was only going to do it from the 1st to the 25th. I came in 2 days late, so it was really the 3rd to the 25th for me. So I did not get a 24th and 25th of that one filmed to put up, but I'm not stressed on that. But I did not get my rest of my December daily filmed after the 17th, between my voice coming and going and feeling so bad, and I was just wiped after work. So I do hope to eventually film a flip through of those days. I don't know if I will or not, since it's already into the new year. If that's something you'd like to see, just let me know, and I can always put a video up showing the last few days that what is it, about last 8 days that I didn't get on film. And it's not a big deal. I can film excuse me, got the yawns. I'll film a flip through, and I will put that up so that you can see it if you're interested. But just let me know. Now I'm going to make some noise now. Another advantage to this seeping in like it does is that it dries a lot quicker. Really, it does. I'm just playing with an idea here for future reference. Yeah. Okay. So we've got that. So now we need to get the texturing onto it. So to do that, we will need to put some of the punchinella on here. Excuse me. Stencil that on here. Again, hit and miss, nothing perfect, nothing really has to be uniform about it. Doesn't have to be the same either. From block to block. I'm probably out of frame there, I'm sorry. gold on. Should probably go ahead, since I got that out, go ahead and do the circles, and then I can put the gold, well, I can set it to the side. I still need to use it to splatter, but I can set it to the side. And I did, like before, I splattered the block all the way around. So. At least the amount of a drop that I can get on there, because it's wasted. Well, no, it won't be. I'm going to get out my my book of unwasted paints and use that. Should have used that on the last time instead of putting it on that paper, but I didn't think of it at the time, but I did this time. Okay. Put them together. Do one here, one there, do one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. We'll set them to the side to dry. Clean this off so we can use it with the silver. Put this in my book here. Deal. And now we'll move on to the silver. And hopefully the silver will look fine on here and show up enough. If not, we might have to, we'll do one for a test and see how it shows up. Then if it's not showing up good, we might have to go with the pearl. Yeah, it's showing up fine. Yep, see? Just enough to show. Yep. Good deal. Yeah. Screwed it on a little bit too tight. My lid cracked and I had to tape it, and it's giving me fits. I'm not liking how it's acting. Okay, set those to the side to dry. I try and clean as I go. I don't always remember, but I do try to. Gives it a little bit of glimmer or something. It's not a whole lot there, but I don't want to waste any of it either. So, let's go ahead and hit these with the heat gun. Okay, so we got those dried. Well, partially dried. There's a few wet spots, but we can still do what we need to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off. I'm going to splatter them in the box. Then I'll come back when they're dry. Okay, so I got these splattered all the way around each set. I got my words done. I went ahead and inked them up with silver and gold to match this, just to give them a little bit of sparkle. Now the ink I used, I do not know if it's water soluble or not. I don't know how it's going to work with this matte medium, putting it on. So we are going to learn together. So let me get my brush. Hopefully this will work out, but if not, then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So the phrases I chose for these were Be Mine, Valentine, and XOXO. So, like I said, I'm not going to seal them all the way around on camera, but I am going to do this part here, the front on camera. So, and here we go. See how it does. Getting them straight's always the issue for me. Okay, I don't think it's staying on there. I think it's coming off on the brush, but if it does, it does. Add a little bit of sparkle to the... Looks like it's coming off the edges too, but it's got a little bit of color there, so that's all that matters. I didn't have really much of an option on what to use. I only had one type of silver and one type of gold. But we'll know how they are once they dry. We'll go from there. I'm sure they'll be fine though, and I can live with it. Gonna have to live with it. Not much of a choice. So, it is what it is. They still turned out kind of cute anyway, so I think. This would be great little gifts for family, friends, parents, teacher gifts, just whatever. Or buy it and keep it for yourself. I've been known to do that many a time. Find something I like and I think, oh, I think I'd rather keep that for myself, and then I have to go shopping for the person again. So, when it came to shopping for my mom when she was alive, we had pretty much the same tastes. So it was easy to shop for her. Because whatever I bought her, I knew she would enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and rinse that brush out since there is some silver in that before I start the gold. Because the gold's probably going to come off as well, but I don't want them mixing. Almost turn that one upside down. X goes first. Because it's hugs and kisses and hugs and kisses. Which is what I gave my little baby Roo this morning. Although she did snarl at me. I've been getting snarled at a lot lately by people and her. And kind of making me blue. But I just pray and read my Bible like my cousin told me and try and move past it. People will be the way people will be. We live in a world where so much violence. Just, I don't know. I was telling a dear friend last night that I'm so ready for the Lord to come back and just for things to be. If I wasn't a saved person, I'd probably fear it. But being saved, I don't. I honestly look forward to seeing my Heavenly Father and seeing my mom again. And I believe animals go to heaven. I know a lot of people don't, but I believe they do. So I'll get to see my boo-boo again. So it's all good. Still looks a little bit crooked, but I'm kind of afraid to move it. Afraid it'll move too much. Let me see if I can get my heat gun to work. My heat gun overheats real easily and takes forever to get over it. That in there's not down. Let me get a smaller brush here so I can work it back in there and take care of that. That happens sometimes. If I don't get enough down to begin with, then it pulls up when it dries. Let's see if any of the other ones look like that. Are finished drying. It does look like the gold and the silver did come off the paper, but in hindsight that could be where I went ahead and sealed it so the writing wouldn't smudge with this matte medium, and it could be that it just slid right off there. I didn't think of that when I did it. So while those are drying, it did stay around the edges pretty good though of the blocks, so that was good. I think I'm going to revisit these and put some marks around them. Let's see if I can find a pen that's worth anything to work with. I've destroyed just about all of my pens. Need to get some new ones. So all we're going to do is just kind of make this pop a little. That's all we're doing. Okay, looks good. I think that really, really helped it stand out. I really like how that looks. I had really debated on it too, whether or not to do it. Then I thought, well, try one. you don't like it, you don't have to do them all. But I really like how it turned out. I need to make me one with my word of the year. My word this year is content or contentment. I prefer contentment rather than content. So that's why I'm trying to live this year. No matter what might be thrown at me, that is my goal. I know it's probably easier said than done, but I am going to give it the old college try. Now, as you can see, these are each individually done. It's not like I'm using a painty paper or, you know, anything like that. So when you get one, each one, whenever you do handmade, I think I mentioned this before, it's never the same twice. There's always a variance. If you want exactly the same, you're going to have to go to a big merchandising company. Exactly the same in true handmade, unless it's like something that's been created and then run off on a computer, you can't get exactly the same. It doesn't work that way. So do keep that in mind. And those are done. Those need to be photographed and put up. I need to finish all the way around these, sealing them and outlining my words, and then those will go up. So look for those probably the next couple days, somewhere in there, at least by Friday. So I appreciate you for hanging in there and going throughout this process with me, and I hope to bring you more process videos in this new year. I do like sharing my techniques and chatting with you along the way. I'm trying, like I said, this would be something good to do for a live stream. So maybe the next one will be a live stream. Who knows? I've got a couple days to think on it. So until then, bye y'all.